As a seasoned cinephile who has witnessed the rise and fall of many cinematic empires, I must say that the latest news about DC Studios' upcoming film, Joker Folie à Deux, leaves me with a sense of deja vu. Over the years, I've seen my fair share of ups and downs in the world of comic book adaptations, but it seems that DC is on a particularly rocky path as of late. And then, based on initial indications, it seems that DC Studios might find themselves dealing with a box office disappointment when their forthcoming movie is released. Over a prolonged period, the Blue brand has experienced both highs and lows in cinema settings, although it has had some notable triumphs, such as the 2022 release, The Batman. Its recent performance at movie theaters hasn't been particularly strong. At present, DC is planning a fresh chapter of blockbuster superhero narratives under the guidance of filmmaker James Gunn from Guardians of the Galaxy. However, in the meantime, they have struggled to establish any presence at the box office, with one disappointing release after another. For further details on DC's box office struggles, see here, as though DC could have another flop on the way. Based on initial projections, it appears that the upcoming DC Studios film, Joker Folie à Deux, may once again disappoint at the box office for the studio. Based on leaked early figures for pre-sales of tickets for the R-rated sequel, it seems the movie might struggle past its opening weekend and may not fare well in the long run. According to the latest updates from movie industry source Empire City Box Office, the anticipated $100 million domestic debut of Joker 2 could potentially be at risk, as they mentioned it being under significant threat. Based on the initial sales figures, it seems that the sequel to Joker, titled Folie à Deux, could be in deep trouble. Deux Folie à Deux, if the first day of pre-sales is any sign, the film may struggle to reach a $100 million opening, and there's a possibility it might do even worse. Here's hoping it doesn't end up like the Marvels or the Flash. The film has been likened to films such as The Flash and The Marvels, which were criticized as failures by their production companies, earning a collective total of approximately $477 million worldwide in ticket sales over the past year, according to Box Office Mojo. Predicted earnings for the upcoming Joker sequel could potentially reach a staggering $145 million during its debut weekend, placing it among the top 3 highest grossing opening weekends in 2024, as per Box Office Pro. However, box office reporter Luis Fernando recently posted on X that Joker 2 is projected for a $70 to $80 million opening, well below that $100 million threshold. After their first post, Empire City continued to share updates over the following days. In one of their tweets, they expressed that things haven't gotten better yet, while in another, they hinted at a potential opening weekend box office of around $40-50 million. Man, this has pissed tons of people off. Unfortunately, numbers are what they are, no matter how much you want films to succeed. In reality, I have been nice to, as many other trackers have it under $5 million. There's previews and a $40-50 million opening, if that doesn't change. The dollar soon what is wrong with Joker 2. For fans of Todd Phillips's Joker film, this news of a potentially lackluster box office debut will almost surely be worrying. Critics' assessments of this film have been quite negative, to put it mildly. Currently, it holds a moderate rating of 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, with many critics labeling the production as indulgent, draining, and disappointing. The initial release of Joker has sparked similar levels of debate among reviewers, managing to secure a somewhat better 69% rating on the collective review site. However, that number includes reviews that have come since the movie's debut. It seems general sentiment toward the first Joker, which won Phoenix an Oscar for his work in the titular role, has soured in recent years. 2019 saw me witnessing one of the most remarkable box office triumphs with a film I found captivating. An R-rated, gritty, and so defying every expectation, it grossed more than $1 billion globally, leaving audiences and critics alike in awe. The film earned enough to become the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, a title that held for several years until it was surpassed by Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer in 2023 and later by Deadpool and Wolverine this year. Considering everything, it might seem puzzling as to why the movie Joker Folie Deux might not be poised for success. For the sequel of Joker, the original creative team returns, a rarity in comic book movie franchises as it garnered award recognition. Furthermore, musical sensation Lady Gaga joined its talented cast, and with such a promising setup, one would think that Joker 2 would be an unbeatable success. However, surprisingly, here we stand. One major factor contributing to the possible failure of Folie Deux could be its release into a shifting cinematic environment. Today's movie business landscape is markedly different from the one that propelled the original Joker past the $1 billion mark. The way we engage with films in theaters has evolved, and for a modern blockbuster to thrive, it must not only be a grand spectacle, but also of high quality. And additionally, the DC brand has faced significant setbacks following the release of Joker in 2019. Currently, they are undergoing a major overhaul, which has contributed to a record low public opinion towards the company. There is a possibility that Joker Folie Deux could buck the trend and turn into a blockbuster movie, but it's undoubtedly going to be a tough fight. Folie Deux comes to theaters on Friday, October 4th.